Welcome to MRC, the Marble Racing Championship, where 8 teams and 8 drivers of the same nationality compete in a series of 15 international races to claim the title of champion. Each round, the position the drivers come in each race will correspond to the number of points they are given, and at the end of the season, the driver and team with the least points is crowned the champion. Now let's meet our teams. Iris Kalouyeras will race for Neos, a Greek car manufacturer, in the green livery. James Hampton will race for Cygnus Racing, a British car manufacturer, in the red livery. Ahmad Hassan will race for Burj Skylines, an architectural company based in the UAE, under the yellow livery. Roberto Caruso will race for Quintus Chrome, an Italian car manufacturer, in the grey livery. Liam Roy will race for Twilight Tech, a Canadian engineering company, in the purple livery. Mia Schmidt will race for Blitzwell, the German independent race team, in the white livery. Fleur de Boer will race for Strom, a Dutch car manufacturer, in the blue livery. And Douglas Michaud will race for Data7, an American AI developer, in a cyan livery. We have had an interesting first season, and we'll go through the highlights of each race in turn. Australia was up first, and qualifying gave us this order. Hassan lined up on pole alongside de Boer. Schmidt and Kalouyeras were behind in P3 and 4. 5 and 6 were taken by Hampton and Michaud. Caruso and Roy rounded out the grid. Most held their ground to start, though it wasn't kind to Hampton, as he dropped back to last and would stay there for the rest of the race. The midfield was fairly uneventful with minor overtakes, but Hassan could only hold first for so long, as de Boer barely got past on the straight and held out to the end. So the order ended: de Boer, Hassan, Schmidt, Michaud, Caruso, Kalouyeras, Roy, Hampton. New Zealand was up next, and qualifying resulted in Hampton, de Boer, Michaud, Kalouyeras, Schmidt, Caruso, Hassan, Roy. Hampton had a brilliant launch, but was quickly caught by the rest of the field into the first chicane, where the first set of overtakes occurred. Michaud challenged de Boer for most of the race until she finally caught up with Hampton and attacked in vain. The midfield was much more competitive and varied this race, and drivers such as Hassan made large improvements. The race ended in Hampton, de Boer, Michaud, Kalouyeras, Hassan, Schmidt, Caruso, and Roy. Race 3 was China. The grid was Kalouyeras, de Boer, Roy, Hampton, Michaud, Schmidt, Hassan, Caruso. Everyone stayed quite equal up to the Essen, where de Boer attempted to move into first, but due to congestion, a devastating collision between her and Michaud sent her to the back of the grid. Michaud held second comfortably until Hampton passed into the sweeping hairpin, and later, Roy performed a beautiful lunge from fourth through the S's, passing Michaud and Hampton to take second. When the dust settled, the positions were Kalouyeras, Roy, Hampton, Michaud, Hassan, Caruso, Schmidt, de Boer, and created a 3-way tie between de Boer, Kalouyeras, and Michaud. India was next, giving us Schmidt, Caruso, Hassan, de Boer, Kalouyeras, Roy, Hampton, Michaud. The first big event followed the S's, where a collision between Hassan and Caruso caused a huge pile-up in the King chicane, shuffling the field. This happened again in lap 2 between Hassan, Caruso, and Schmidt, which slowed Hassan more than anything. Though a narrow overtake back on Roy allowed him to climb up the order. The race ended Schmidt, Caruso, Hassan, Kalouyeras, Roy, de Boer, Michaud, and Hampton. This sent Kalouyeras to the top of the championship, closely followed by Hassan, de Boer, and Schmidt. The next few races clearly showed de Boer as the one to beat, reaching 10 points ahead of the rest of the field. We entered race 9 in France. Her lead was threatened as she started in 5th. Within the first few corners, Kalouyeras shot past Caruso and Hampton as they fought for first, and movement in the midfield bumped de Boer up the order. Caruso managed to retake first at the start of lap 9, and a collision between Kalouyeras and de Boer blocked the whole grid and sent de Boer back to P6. A similar incident happened between Roy and Michaud, after Michaud had climbed to P5, where he fell back down to last. The grid finished as Caruso, Kalouyeras, Hampton, Roy, Schmidt, de Boer, Hassan, Michaud. Though de Boer held on to the lead of the championship, drivers like Kalouyeras and Hassan started catching up. Both Britain and Ireland had a little noticeable action, only further cementing de Boer's lead. Moving into the Americas, Canada didn't have vast changes in position, but entertaining segments included de Boer barely blocking Hassan in lap 2, reminiscent of Australia, and her also taking Caruso for second on the last lap. So we ended Kalouyeras, de Boer, Caruso, Hampton, Hassan, Michaud, Schmidt, Roy. While this practically took Hassan out of the title fight, it placed Kalouyeras as de Boer's main rival for the final races. Now on to the USA. for, in my opinion, the best race of the season, starting Carreras, Roy, Schmidt, De Boer, Hampton, Caruso, Michaud, Hassan. Everyone got a good launch, and straight into the chicane, De Boer shot past Schmidt and Roy into second. This caused a clump that allowed Schmidt into P3. Nearing the end of lap 1, De Boer had another huge lunge past Carreras to secure first. And when Carreras tried to recover the position, she collided with De Boer and allowed Schmidt into P2. While this was looking like De Boer's race to lose, Schmidt threw it round the inside to become the third pole sitter of the race. In lap 15, Carreras redeemed herself via a lovely move on the straight, passing Roy and De Boer to climb back up to P2. Final table was Schmidt, Carreras, De Boer, Roy, Hampton, Caruso, Hassan, Michaud. Carreras thinned the gap in first to just 6 points, but De Boer held the lead. Now that Carreras was the only person able to catch De Boer, the penultimate race in Brazil could be the decider. It began Hampton, Hassan, Michaud, Carreras, Roy, De Boer, Schmidt, Caruso. Michaud instantly flew past Hassan for second, and quickly after went by Hampton to take first. When Hassan tried to take back the place, he hit a wall, allowing Carreras past while blocking the rest of the field. On lap 17, Hampton regained the lead of the race and kept hold of the checkered flag. The last race before Argentina finished Hampton, Michaud, Carreras, De Boer, Hassan, Caruso, Schmidt, Roy. De Boer is only away by 5 points, which means it's all to play for in Argentina. And finally, race 15 in Argentina, bringing the fight down to De Boer and Carreras, lined up Hassan, Roy, Caruso, De Boer, Carreras, Schmidt, Hampton, Michaud. Hassan soared away from the rest of the grid, holding P1 comfortably. Carreras made it past De Boer, but wasn't scoring low enough to win. De Boer almost got back around, but was cut off. She continued many unsuccessful moves until lap 3, where Caruso brake-checked Carreras, forcing her to let De Boer through. Though she had many close calls, De Boer ended the race in P4, winning the championship by 6 points. Congratulations. Thank you very, very much for watching. There will be a second season of this, a lot bigger. I'm going to do different things. I'm actually going to release separate videos for each race instead of just one big video. There'll also be more marbles. There's going to be a better scoring system. It'll also be a lot more refined, hopefully. None of those pop-ups. I doubt this will get any clout, so I'm only really doing this for the absence of F1. I'm just doing it for the love of the game. I hope you have enjoyed. Love it if you could subscribe, and I will see you, I hope, again another time. Bye-bye.